be destroyed completely. Where will you go? How will you survive? Well, don't worry, because we humans found some new Earth-like planets as a backup plan, where we can live or at least be able to survive. Earth-like planets outside the solar system in the habitable zone. The first choice, Kepler 438b, is an exoplanet discovered in 2015, located 470 light-years from Earth. Kepler 438b is only 12% larger than Earth and receives 40% more light than Earth. It is 88% similar to Earth, according to the Earth Similarity Index, ESI, making it a suitable candidate for habitability. However, it still lacks some of the necessary traits for habitability, such as lacking a suitable atmosphere. Neighboring planets have flares 10 times stronger than our Sun, and this planet could be a second choice if it had a magnetic field like our own. The second choice is Kepler 452b. Kepler 452b was first discovered in July 2015, which is an exoplanet and also known as super-Earth. Moreover, Kepler 452b is around 5 times the mass of Earth. It completes a full orbit in 385 days, but due to its large size, it also has twice the gravity compared to Earth and receives more sun energy, making it hotter than Earth. But still, it's a good candidate for hosting life if we're ever able to reach Kepler 452b. Unfortunately, the planet is 45,000 light-years away, which means if we travel in a spaceship at a speed of 37,000 miles per hour, then 26 million years is needed to get there. Third choice, Proxima b, an exoplanet 4.2 light-years from Earth. Proxima b was discovered in August 2016. Proxima b is located in the habitable zone of a red dwarf star called Proxima Centauri and could support life if water were present. This exoplanet is 30% larger than Earth, and its year lasts 11 days. Although it has an Earth Similarity Index, ESI, of 0.87, it still has some significant downsides, such as receiving only 2% of the light from its sun and experiencing violent stellar winds, 2,000 times stronger than those on Earth. Fourth choice, Kepler 186f, is an exoplanet discovered by the Kepler Space Observatory in April 2014. This rocky planet orbits near the outer edge of its habitable zone, is about 10% larger than Earth, and has a roughly similar radius, but is 500 light-years away and orbits for a year equal to 130 days. It has an Earth likeness index of 0.61 and receives only 33% of the sunlight that Earth does, meaning its brightest day would be similar to evening on Earth. Kepler 186f rotates much more slowly than Earth, so its daytime could be weeks or months longer. One side of the planet may always face its star, while the other is in constant darkness. Gravity on Kepler 186f could be very similar to Earth's, and there is some possibility that it has an atmosphere that could help keep water in liquid form. This is why scientists have described Kepler 186f as an Earth-like cousin. Fifth choice, the planet Gliese 581g is located in the Goldilocks region. It is 20 light-years from Earth and was discovered by astronomer Steve in 2010. 1 year is equal to 67 days, and its mass is 1.5 times the mass of Earth. Gliese 581g is believed to be tidally locked to its star, meaning its sidereal day is exactly the same as its solar year, with one side always facing the star. Temperatures similar to those on Earth are possible in the region between the dark and light sides. Its mass relative to its size also suggests it may have an atmosphere. Researchers predict temperatures will range from -31 to -12 degrees Celsius. Due to the weak energy output of its small sun, it is possible that water could exist there, and the planet is potentially habitable. It is the most Earth-like planet and the best candidate exoplanet for life to date. The sixth choice, Kepler 62f. This planet is also known as super-Earth and discovered in April 2013. Kepler 62f is situated in the habitable zone of a 7 billion-year-old star. planet Kepler-62f has Earth's similarity index of 0.67 and is 1.4 times of Earth, having slightly smaller and cooler than our Sun, unfortunately. This rocky planet is Earth-like water world, which contains oceans or at least ice in either case. This planet is an excellent candidate for alien life and feasible for hosting. Human life, 62f, takes 267 days to complete a full orbit around its sun and receives 41% of the sunlight compared to Earth. However, the planet might be tidally locked in orbit, which means one side facing the hot sun, while the other will be in complete darkness. So humans can only survive at the border between light and dark area, where the temperature is suitable to support life. Seventh choice, Kepler-22b. Kepler-22b is an exoplanet orbiting at the inner edge of the habitable zone around its star, 600 light-years away. It was discovered in December 2011. Kepler-22b is twice the size of Earth and orbits its star once every 290 days, making it potentially life-supporting. Kepler-22b's outer atmosphere is likely to be mostly liquid or gaseous, with the most optimistic estimate being liquid water plus a greenhouse gas atmosphere. Its temperature is -11 degrees Celsius, -22 degrees Fahrenheit at worst, and 22 degrees Celsius, -47 degrees Fahrenheit at best. So it's plausible that humanity could survive there, but it wouldn't be an Earth-like experience. This water-rich planet is where we'll likely move, as it's a major competitor to our planet. When we get there in the future, there's a good chance we'll encounter a large number of alien life forms that may have evolved in the outer liquid layer. Eighth choice, Kepler-62e. Kepler-62e is an exoplanet in the Lyra constellation. It is a super-Earth discovered in 2013. It is 1.6 times larger than Earth and is a rocky planet with a high probability of water and may be covered with oceans. It orbits a star once every 122 days and is 1,200 light-years away. It has cloudy skies, is warm and humid everywhere except for the polar caps. Its stellar flux is 20% higher than Earth's. Its surface temperature could be 77 degrees Celsius, which is hot enough to cause a significant greenhouse effect. This flux would reduce the likelihood of habitability, but it doesn't completely rule it out. Ninth choice, Gliese 667cc planet. Gliese 667cc is an exoplanet orbiting within the habitable zone of the red dwarf star Gliese 667c. This star shines at only 1.4% the luminosity of the Sun and is one of the stars in the triple star system Gliese 667. The planet Gliese 667c is 23.62 light-years away and 3.8 times larger than Earth. It has a rocky surface and is 85% similar to Earth. Its year is 28.2 Earth days long. It lies on the slightly hot edge of the habitable zone, with temperatures ranging from -18 degrees Celsius to 8 degrees Celsius. It receives 90% of the light compared to Earth. One side of it is completely enveloped in eternal darkness, while the other side is constantly facing the red dwarf. It is believed that there is a potential opportunity between the two hemispheres for a zone with a temperature suitable for human life. 10th choice, Wolf 1069b. Wolf 1069b is an Earth-sized planet orbiting the red dwarf star Wolf 1069. It is located in the habitable zone around its star, making it a potentially habitable planet. Located about 31 light-years from Earth, it is one of the closest known exoplanets. Its mass is 1.26 times that of Earth, and its temperature is -23 degrees Celsius. It takes about 16 days to complete an orbit around its star. Wolf 1069b is considered a potentially habitable planet. It is highly likely to have a composition similar to Earth, 32.5% iron and 67.5% silicate, and could have an atmosphere and a magnetic field. It could also potentially have liquid water on its surface. It receives an incoming flux from its star equivalent to 65% of what Earth receives from the Sun. Although it is considered a habitable planet, Its short distance from its star makes it tidally locked, meaning one side of the planet always faces its star, while the other side always faces away. Because it is tidally locked, Wolf 1069b does not have a day-night cycle like Earth, meaning one side of the planet is an eternal day, while the other side is an eternal night. 11 choice. TOI 715b. TOI 715b is a super-Earth exoplanet in the habitable zone of its star. Is a red dwarf star TOI 715. The star is smaller and cooler than the Sun. The planet is 1.55 times larger than Earth and is located at 137 light-year from the Earth. The planet orbits in the habitable zone of its star and has an equilibrium temperature of 234 Kelvin, negative 39 degrees Celsius, also potentially a rocky planet. The same star system may also hold a smaller, nearly Earth-sized planet, if confirmed. That exoplanet, currently named TIC 27197-130, will be the smallest habitable zone planet found by NASA's Transiting Exoplanet Survey satellite, TESS. The 12th choice. Well, as humans, we've learned, frankly, that we have limited time and limited technology to find a suitable home planet far from us. It makes sense to look to the house next door. Mars, or the red planet, is the fourth planet from the Sun in the solar system and Earth's outer neighbor. It is classified as a rocky planet and lies in the habitable zone around the Sun. It is the second smallest planet in the solar system after Mercury. Its area is estimated to be 1/4 that of Earth. Its surface temperature is 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 20 degrees Celsius, or as low as about negative 225 degrees Fahrenheit, negative 153 degrees Celsius. Mars has an atmosphere that is about 100 times thinner than Earth's. Unlike Earth, Mars lacks a magnetic field to protect it from radiation, which is why we would have difficulty settling on the red planet. The surface gravity is about 38% of that of Earth, and the atmospheric pressure on Mars is 0.75% of that on Earth. The days and seasons are similar to those on Earth because the rotation period and tilt of its axis are very similar. Scientists believe that Mars contained water 3.8 billion years ago, making it theoretically possible for life to exist there. It has mountains higher than Earth's and extensive valleys. It also has the largest volcano in the solar system, Olympus Mons. Liquid water cannot exist on Mars due to its low atmospheric pressure, which is less than 1% of Earth's, except at certain altitudes for short periods. However, the polar ice caps appear to contain a significant amount of water. If the water ice at the South Pole melted, it would be enough to cover the planet's surface to a depth of 11 meters. Scientists are not entirely certain that Mars has never been habitable. There are no animals or plants on Mars, but it does contain microorganisms such as bacteria. Scientists have discovered clear signs of methane on the planet, a gas that could be produced by primitive life. Will humans be able to overcome all these difficulties and colonize Mars and become an alternative to Earth? That's what we will see in the coming years. Thanks for watching. Which planet did you find the most impressive? Tell me the reason in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and share. See you in the next video.